Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad's Ad Job Podcast, the only Dad's favoured West Ham channel on YouTube. This week I'm joined by my old man. I'll bring him into the room now if he's there. Oh, he's Godge. Godge. And we've got another special guest here, and it's an old football friend, West Ham fanatic, Horsey. Hello, mate. How are we getting on? We're all right, chaps?
Yeah, all right, mate. You?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. For those that have not watched Dad's Ad Job before, Mark, explain yourself, who you are, what you are, how we know each other, and how you know me old man.
Well, everyone knows your old man because he's a legend.
And, okay. Pay you later.
And then, yeah, me and yourself have known each other since we were little nippers in football, junior school. Dad, myself, 7-year-old daughter, married, and hard West Ham fan.
Yeah, I'm glad you said West Ham fan after that.
Yeah,
just hard.
I'm sure we're not going to talk too much about West Ham at the moment.
Unfortunately, you're in the wrong place to not talk about West Ham at the moment. But yeah, I think it's been a tough one. Well, let's just delve straight into it. Yeah, let's just go straight on to May Day. Quite possibly one of the worst weekends in football for West Ham in terms of results. But I mean, let's start with our game. I mean, the 3-0 loss. I mean, what's your thoughts on the 3-0 loss?
Well, I just thought that the first half, I thought we was bang unlucky. Actually, I mean, I'm not Tatty's not my favourite. He's not my favourite forward at all. But he was unlucky, wasn't he? Let's be fair. The other guy, Pablo.
That's not what you were saying off camera.
No, but he was unlucky, to be fair. But Pablo, I don't think he'll finish his dinner, the fella. Honestly, I just think he's work rate and he's everything that he brings to the team. I get that, but we need to score goals, and that's what's letting us down. I mean, the goal that was disallowed from Dino,
Panos.
It was just like, mate, it was like Nat's cock offside or something. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous they pull you up for that. Couple of penalty decisions go against us and things like that. I mean, the one we should have had when Matt got the own goal. I mean, he's stamped on his ankle. He should have pulled up for that.
Yeah,
and then when he pulled Padlow down, he should have had a penalty for that. But the second half, you can't warrant that. The second half performance was piss poor, wasn't it? Let's be honest, and that's what really, really upset me a little bit because up until Saturday, I thought myself we got a chance here of trying to catch Forest. That's what I wanted to pull in was Forest in with Spurs, and then make it interesting. But we just shot ourselves in the foot. Forest have got to win, and it's a shootout now between us and Spuds. And unfortunately, I just think the way they've got Chelsea, Leeds, and Everton. Is that correct? I think
that's it. Yeah.
And
I've got Leeds next, then Chelsea.
Yeah, I think Leeds is going to be their only hard game. Because I think Chelsea, I don't know what's happened to them. They're on the beach somewhere, aren't they? I mean, after how they played at the weekend. I was disappointed with Villa, the way they rolled over. But listen, we can't be sitting there blaming Villa about, how them results have gone because the previous 35 games, we ain't been good enough. And we are where we are for a reason.
Yeah.
If we'd have played the second half of the season, the first half, I think the stats show, I think we're probably top 6.
Yeah, we are.
We're not.
Yeah.
And that's the reality. So, and the biggest thing, if we do get dropped, which is looking, I think, on the polls, it's like 70%, then are we going to maintain our team? Are we going to hold on to players? I know you get the parachute payments and all that for a season. Will players stay? It's a toughie, isn't it? It's a toughie. And we don't know what's going on with that, do we? So
no, we don't. So, Mark, could you see any positives from Saturday's game, other than the full time being blown?
Yeah, we haven't got to play Brentford again. It's positive. Yeah, I think, like Tony said, it's the first half made the game. They've had a lot of graft about them. They've had a good run. Unfortunately, everyone else seems to have had a good run, apart from Spurs, who now hit their little bit of good form. We probably had the missed opportunity at Palace before that. And then by the second half, it's a lack of class. That's why we are where we are. It's the lack of class throughout the season. And it's hard to look past going down there. Definitely strong favourites. Leeds is probably the toughest game, and for me, Leeds should be on the beach because there ain't no one going down with 43 points. So if we're going to stay up, we've got to win 2 out of 3. And Arsenal at home, realistically, we'd be lucky to get a point.
Yeah. Your mic's going a bit funny there, Mark. I don't know if you want to log back out and log back in, but just have a little check on it. But yeah, no, I think that in my sort of opinion on it,
we got the best finisher we got. I think what you're just going to say. Actually, the best finisher we got is Callum Wilson. Unfortunately, he's got to be an impact player because he hasn't got the legs to do 90 minutes. So it's a rock and an hard place. And what do? You have Pablo running around like an headless chicken. It's just, and then bring Wilson on and try and get half hour out of him. But we don't seem to be getting half hour out of him. He's putting on a quarter of an hour, and it ain't long enough. He is the best finisher in the club. He's better than Bowen. You give him the ball, he'll score in the box. But we don't get the ball in the box when he's on the pitch. They stop giving. It's ridiculous.
It's a tactic, isn't it? That's because you got one up front. We played one up front for a long time now. I don't know, 2010. I think we played one up front since Antonio broke into that team. And you got to play tactics. A lot of good strikers have come and gone because they're not used to playing that one up top role.
But why don't we play Tatty in the Pablo role and put Wilson up front for a while and see how that works? I know it's too late now, but that's what to me, get your ball players in. If you want someone to run around, go and get Linford Christie. Do you know what I mean? It's just.
Yeah, but Linford Christie's got to be able to kick a ball.
Well, you say Bolt then. He can kick a ball. You know what I mean? But that is it, though, isn't it? That's the endeavour. And don't get me wrong, he has got that in abundance. And if there's some of the other players with more technical ability done that, we wouldn't be in this situation. He has brought that to the team. But at the bottom line is he's an attacking player, and we need a goal. He's had 2 shots. One of them was a penalty in a shootout, and he missed.
I'm not on this. I'm not on this wave of slagging Pablo off. I think Pablo, since he's come into the team, he's definitely added a lot more work rate up top. We've had a lot more wins with him playing. We've had a lot more. He holds the ball up well when he's up there on his own, and he's a pain in the backside, and he does really well. He just needs that break. He just needs that one goal that comes off his backside or whatever. Like I said last week, an Antonio moment. He needs that. Once he gets that, he'll be flying. And the sad thing is that it'll probably be just too late for him this season to be able to get that chance. And I think what the kind of consensus is amongst the fan base is that, well, how long do we have to keep giving this player a chance for him to score a goal? But who knows? There might be just this one game, let's say Sunday, for instance, where it might fall for him. It might fall for him, and then that might kickstart his career at the club and hopefully keep us up. But we don't know. It might be enough if we win all 3 games. Then
it might be really good for us next year if we go down in the Championship. He might. I don't think
he'll be with us next year if we go down. I think he'll go back to Portugal if that happens.
What, for the money we paid?
Yeah.
You're joking, aren't you? No, mate, no.
Yeah, but I like.
I'd rather keep
him
in the Championship because I think he'll be a Championship player.
I like Pablo. That's what, let me breathe. No, I like Pablo. I just think, one, he's got to be playing in his proper position, and during his time at West Ham, he's been doing a shift in his natural position. When he's been playing in the Portuguese league, he's been playing as a number 9, out and out number 9. And there's no fluke as to why he scored 14 goals in the Portuguese league earlier this season. There's no fluke. He's a born finisher, but he's playing out of position. He's playing deeper. He's trying to keep up with the pace of the Premier League. And he's doing a bad job. He just hasn't been given the opportunity to score a goal properly yet.
I've never seen anything.
Tatty is the questionable signing out of the 2 because we was out there to buy an out and out goal scorer, and he's never been that. He's never been a 15 goal scorer striker in his entire career.
So just get this right. What you're saying is then that Pablo is the striker,
Yeah.
And Tatty's the 10. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
And that's what we've bought. Is that because this is news to me? Because to me, Pablo couldn't finish his dinner.
Right, but we're playing them in the other way.
Okay.
What they've been playing in them clubs, like Tatty's been playing for Girona and Lazio, and he's been playing as as the second striker effectively, because he's always come. He's even said that in an interview. He prefers to play with someone beside him because he drops off.
I don't want to slag the West Ham players off because they're my team, and whenever you put your shirt on, you get behind them, and I'll get behind them against Arsenal. I will, and I'll be cheering them and hoping. But you can just see there's just a lack of technique at this level.
Is it at the top? Is it at the top end though?
And that is the difference between probably likes of us and the likes of Spurs. They've got like Solanke, and they've got. I know you might laugh about Richarlison, but I tell you what, that Richarlison knows what it's like being a dogfight in the Premier League, and he put in a shift. And I'm not sure. Did he score?
Yeah, he scored. Yeah.
Well, rest my case. You know what I mean? I just don't think we ain't got the firepower to nick games 2-1, or 1-0.
You talk about Richarlison scoring against Aston Villa. You could have had Richard III scoring against Aston Villa on Sunday. I'm not being funny. Like the way Villa rolled over is just
But we can't.
The integrity is questionable.
Yeah, we can't know about that because would we have done the same thing?
Yeah, Palace rested a lot against us as well. So
we would have done the same thing if we had Seville we did. We would have done exactly the same thing.
No, we didn't though. When Moyes played his best squad every game, like whether it was a little rotation for fatigue or something like that,
he played the kids in one European game.
Yeah, because it was all nasty.
Yeah, exactly. But it didn't matter, did it? You know what I mean?
We played the kids the season after, and we beat them 4-1. So what argument's that? Eldie Skulls got man of the match, and he was 16. You know what I mean? Like the thing is, like people moaning, like they're harping on about us dropping players for the AZ Alkmaar game, right? But the week before that first semi-final against AZ Alkmaar, we played Man United and beat them 1-0 with a strong squad, and then we played AZ Alkmaar with a strong squad and beat them 2-1. Like you can't moan about certain teams having squad rotation, but I'll tell you what you can argue. We played with integrity. We played to be competitive in every game. Aston Villa did not show up. That is disgraceful. I'm not having it.
I was very, very shocked at the team he put out because Emery normally rotates his team. He's done, when
something's not right with that. I'm sorry.
Now where I don't know, a lot of players went out. I don't know.
It might as well have been the England national team. Like everyone dropping out for injuries, and they're playing in a cup game 3 days later. Like I'm not having it. It's all bullshit, and I think there is a conspiracy. I'll be one of those players. I'll put my tinfoil hat on, and I'll say it.
Listen, you can't go on one game. It's over 38 games, and
I'm not saying I've got the ump. It's happened because it's Spurs. Spurs have benefited from it. That's what I've got the ump about. Arsenal 1-0 up.
Saka.
Yeah, Saka. Yeah, Arsenal 1-0 up. And yeah, it just annoys me that the fact that it is an integrity issue for me. And like if part of you playing in the Premier League is that you have to maintain competitiveness. You have to maintain that all the time. And if you don't do that, you get fined. It happened with Blackpool. Blackpool dropped 10 of their players and got fined 25 grand for it.
Yeah, but I won't do that, Villa.
Yeah, we're the last people to moan about integrity as well with the Tevez Mascherano. If you're a Sheffield United fan,
like you look at Villa, they're not going to cut out. They're not going to fall out the Champions League spot, are they? I mean, it goes down to
and that is it.
That's the thing. They're safe, aren't they? So
they had the buffer, didn't they? They had the buffer between it.
To them, it doesn't matter. And we can't moan about them. We can only moan about ourselves, and ourselves is, unfortunately, in front of goal, we're just not good enough. Defensively, we were terrible, but we sort of sorted that out now. But you can only keep out so many goals and not score enough. And that's exactly what our problem is. We can't score enough goals.
I feel like Pablo and Tati weren't brought in to be the firepower. They were brought in off the sale of Paqueta to just regenerate that
Workhorse.
training ground stuff because there was a lack. There was something missing there, and that run, the run that we did go on, started from there.
Listen, as I said to you before, I don't want to sit there and slag them off like that, but like the work rate and the team spirit and the bonding and everything else, yes, of course. Who's your pussy?
That's Lucas. That's Lucas Catetta, isn't it?
You've got Zuma in there somewhere. No, I don't know the integrity and the team spirit and all that in the team. It's much better than it was. You know what I mean? If got rid of a couple of bad apples, it's good.
Yeah.
And I get the
we've had a good run.
We just haven't recruited good enough. That's the bottom line of it.
Yeah, that is it. We didn't do enough in January. Like we left Disassi too late. We got Traore, like, and
I was right about him.
And the thing is, people say like, oh yeah, we got Nuno's got his players in. He hasn't played him. When's he played him in the Premier League game? Like longer than 15 minutes. He hasn't. So when is he going to play him? Like he's got to play. He's got to play on Sunday because you got to go gung ho on Sunday. But anyway, I was going to say that talking about. I think we've died a death of us losing 3-0. But the other results, it just didn't help us, did they? Like you had Spurs obviously beating Aston Villa, and you had Leeds beat Burnley on the Friday, and then we had Nottingham Forest turn over Chelsea.
That was the result.
And they rotated. So that kind of goes against my argument with it. It's going to be integrity, but at least they were competitive.
I think Chelsea's rotating on the beach. I don't know what they were doing.
Yes,
they ain't the team that played us, are they?
Not the second half.
2-0 up against them, lose 3-2. That's 3 points chucked away there, wasn't it?
I think that was their last win. It must have been against us. I think it was, wasn't it? Because they went on a 6-game. It was 6-game beaten winless run, I think.
Without scoring for 6 games.
Yeah.
Scored 3 1/2 against us.
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. But listen, I know to the fat lady sings, or the fat man, so I might start singing in a minute, Mark, before you say anything.
But I think before you start singing, I think we should find out what Dodsy's up to this week.
Hello, my name is Dodsy, and today my job is walking the dog.
Thank you, Dodsy. Rovers. Yeah, there is that. But let's lead on to the Arsenal game then. What's your thoughts on the Arsenal game? It is pretty much a must-win game, isn't it?
I don't think that's the must-win game. But if you don't win that, I feel like you've got to win the last two. Because I don't think if we got a draw against Arsenal and win a draw, I don't think 5 points is enough for us.
Sorry, Mark. You say it again. Sorry, mate.
Mike,
go on, is it me, Mike?
Yeah.
A little bit. Go on, mate.
But if we don't beat Arsenal, then we're going to have to win the last two because I think 6 points is the minimum for us. I don't think 5 is going to be enough because of the goal difference. It's effectively another point. So you're putting the pressure on. So even with a draw, we're probably still going to have to win the last 2 games. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it would be so West Ham-like to put a spanner in the works for Arsenal. I can't see it. I can't. Not how they played last week. I can't see it personally. But it wouldn't surprise me if they did put a spanner in the works. I can't actually see it. After the way we played second half and the way they played, I just can't see it. A point, I don't know. Like if we'd have got a result Saturday, I'd say a point would have been good. I'd have been happy with that. Get the Newcastle the next game, they're a bit of form all of a sudden. Their last home game as well. They're going to have a party up there, aren't they? And they could relegate us.
Yeah, we played Leeds last game. They should be on the beach by then. That's a game where realistically we can win it. I'd expect us to win, even though we didn't beat them in the cup. But that's not going to be enough if we don't pick up a minimum of 3 points from them 2 other games.
Yeah,
and that's a tough ask. I think it's too much. I hope I'm wrong.
Mm.
Like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if we put out some sort of result, but realistically, it's going to be half a miracle. And if we did put out a result, it's the hope that kills you.
Yeah.
Just but
Typical West Ham way, isn't it? Really, when you think that, you know, what was it, back in December, or when you lose to Nottingham Forest in the first week of January, and you're like, bloody hell, 18 points. How on earth are we going to stay up? You know, like, and then to go on that run, go what was we 7, 8 points behind at that time? To then only be up, to then now 3 games to go and be 1 point behind Spurs.
About 13 points at one point.
I can't remember.
I think
about 9 at one point.
13 behind Spurs, yeah, but possibly, yeah.
But what we need the old chef to get in their hotel again, a bit of lasagna gate. That's what we need. Up the lasagna, that's what I say.
It'd be a miracle all season trying to think if we could get to the last game of the season and and be in it. You know, it's not going to be in our hands if we're still in it on the last game of the season. Realistically, if you'd have said that to me at the start of January, no chance.
No, that is right. It's right.
Yeah, I think that we've done well to put up a fight, but
just how it's quickly spun round, isn't it? From last week to this week, you know, that one goal, and then
I mean, everyone else has been on a little run at the same time. We've never gone back. I think we were 60-40 once, like last week, above Spurs, but we've never really had it in our own hands realistically because of the running, because of who we got to play.
Now, it don't matter, does it? The goal difference, like you've just got to go for it, ain't you?
Yeah. In fairness, though, we have been unlucky this season, haven't we? When you look at the results that have happened this year alone and the decisions that have gone against us, we have been unlucky. I remember, what was it? We were 1-0 up to Man United on the 98th minute, weren't we? And Benjamin Sesko scored from out of nowhere. It's like, that's 2 points gone. And then you had, obviously, the rotation at Brentford, or Nuno's whatever he was trying to do with the Leeds game and Brentford game. That was 6 points dropped.
That was ridiculous, wasn't it? That playing inverted left backs and full backs, like putting Scholes right back, and for me,
that was Arsenal. That was after we played Arsenal. We played Arsenal, and he had a little trial day, and then he still wanted to think,
what is this geezer doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm trying to think of other games. I'm trying to think of other games where we was in it, and then it just literally flips on its head and went against us. Like Brighton, 90th minute equaliser. That was handball in the box, that sort of thing.
Well, he kicked him in the head, didn't
he? I remember.
Kicked Soucek in the head or Panos in the head, wasn't it? And they went in. I don't know. I can't remember the top of my head. But I don't know, mate. It's just, as you say, it's the hope that kills you, Mark. That's what makes our club so good. Because we don't get many good points. You know, we always seem to be a struggling club. But when they are good, like their Prague time, that's your memories. Well, I've seen a few FA Cups and all that, and I've been there. But like a lot of the time,
and it's mad to think that most of the fan base hated that West Ham team, hated that West Ham manager, didn't they?
They didn't hate him. It wasn't we didn't hate him, but he was so predictable. It was so predictable. You could guarantee, and he does it now with Everton. 60 minutes, he makes a change. How can you say you're going to do that in every game? And take.
You're saying about the good times as well, but the good times are coming 43 years apart. We got told we're leaving up to the park because the good times are going to be coming back and they're constant, and we wouldn't have to worry about fighting to stay in the league anymore. And that's what we sacrificed that stadium for.
Yeah. But
I think 3 or 4 seasons, we've been almost fighting relegation. 2 of them we were probably in Europe at the time.
Yeah. But that was still not established. That was the excuse. We, didn't have the squad big enough to rotate. But we touched on this, Adam, didn't we, on Friday about when we moved to that stadium, and what is lacking is the match day experience. You just ain't got it no more, have we? Now, because nothing's in our hands, is it? As a club,
it filters. It mainly stems from what goes on the pitch, doesn't it? And it
game.
Because, like I say, that stadium, like as much as we missed the match day experience at Upton Park and the Bowl Inn and like the memories that are attached to it, but when we were winning and when we were winning big games and big nights like Seville and stuff, the stadium didn't matter then.
Oh, yeah, Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool games there. But yeah, it was brilliant.
Chelsea in the cup, not them
That's
out.
the run. That's the run we did. That Sevilla game, we beat Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool, I think in that order. And the games got bigger and the celebrations got bigger and the West Ham massive thing started around the same time and the atmosphere was incredible. You still the match day experience, it weren't up to par.
As I said, but Upton Park, mate, I remember, it was probably before your time, to be fair. I used to go over
Definitely
there.
was.
What?
Huh?
I used to go over there, right? And we played like Bury in the cup, like 11,000 people. We beat them about 9-0 and then signed their centre half, Paul Hilton.
10-1, I think, yeah.
Or whatever it was, you know what I mean? Like you just think to yourself, like 11,000, 13,000. So it ain't always been 35,000 mobbed out. It hasn't always been like that. So the momentum, people seem to forget that little bit of Upton Park where there hasn't always been the crowds there. We're getting 60,000 people. All right, a lot of them ain't round from East End now. They're all like Essex and Chelmsford and from over in Kent. But it's easy accessible to get there. So the infrastructure's better because there's only one train in, one train out at Upton Park. But it's just a match day experience because we're not in charge of our own destiny with that. It's all the LLDC or the BBC, ITV, what they call them. Like they've all got the money for that. So we don't get nothing, do we? So there's
we don't pay nothing.
No, we don't pay nothing.
Financial deal with the century. That's why they did
what we get. Quote me the figures if I'm wrong. It's about £2 million a year, is it?
No, it's 4.5 now.
What? Oh, right, £4.5 million. Spurs paid 800 million. How many years is that going to take for us to?
How much are they getting in? How much are they getting in revenue? And they don't just get it on 19 games a year. They get it all year, every year, for the foreseeable future. Because they've invested in that.
But Sully ain't worried about it. But Sully ain't worried about that, is he? Because how old is he now? 80? He ain't don't give a monkeys, does he?
Well, at least said about Sullivan, the better, I think.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, but I think again, like he's the way we were brought into that was it was going to be a fouled financial elephant that West Ham would come in and swoop the day and take it off the government. That's what the perception of it was. Yeah, but this was all done under a Tory Parliament. Boris Johnson signed all the dockets and stuff like that, and then COVID happened, and then he went in for running for the Prime Minister job, and then Sadiq Khan got in. So that we've had a change of party in like the politics side to it, which has put up a massive wall against West Ham because Baroness Brady was on the Tory party for the House of Lords.
Yeah, but listen, if we go down, it's going to cost the taxpayer even more because we've got to host more games. So it's even more.
Pay less rent. Pay less rent, yeah.
So if Brady do well, to be fair, do you know what I mean? She sold Declan Rice, so what a success.
I mean, anyone can sell Declan Rice for 105 million quid, couldn't they? Yeah. But doesn't, it helps if your chairman is already putting him up on Rightmove the day after you bring the trophy home from Prague, then you're going to sell him for 105 million.
It's one thing, you talk about Declan Rice, right? It's the one thing I don't get the haters that hate him. There is a small bit of the fan base that give him a lot of grief. And he's never once said anything detrimental, to my knowledge, about West Ham. He's always been quite, but he just wants to play. You've got to be realistic. He wants to play Champions League football. We're going to be playing Championship. By the look of it.
Yeah. I think it's a small minority that hate him. I think most people still would love to see him. I'd like to see him fail. The longer he goes without lifting the trophy, the better. Eventually, he's going to break that nut.
He will this year.
When he comes over to take a corner in our little end over there, he still gets a clap off us and the majority there, and he will again on Sunday.
If he plays.
Then they probably score in that corner because they normally do it all.
It's just pantomime villainry, isn't it?
He ain't a villain, though, is he? He never. He's not.
Lampard was a different story. Lampard was the villain.
Lampard, Defoe, people like that. Ince. I mean, I can keep going back. People that have done the dirty on us, but he never done that.
That's just that. I don't think there's a lot of hate towards him. I think people like to see him foul and they like to rub his nose in it. But
I think I just would have liked to have seen him stay one more season, like that season in.
I'd him stay forever.
Yeah, I know, but
how many times? I mean, I've done this cycle a couple of times. We've had like Joe Cole, we had Ferdinand, we had Carrick, we had Defoe, we had Lampard, we had Glenn Johnson. And I'm missing people out here, and that's 6 or 7 that was in the England team. And did we keep hold of them? No, we flogged them.
Kept hold of Carrick for that one season in
He
Championship.
stayed for one season. He done a decent thing.
But we went down again. And
But
most
the
of them.
thing is, like for them 7, we would have kept them 7. We could have been like Man United with the Giggs and Scholes and all that, but we didn't. We chased the money, sold Ferdinand to Leeds for 19 million.
Well, it's not so much chasing the money, it's the fact that the manager at the time wanted half of it because he felt he had a contribution towards developing those players and wanted half of that money. He didn't want it to reinvest back in the squad. He wanted it in his pocket.
I'll tell you
That's why he left.
Someone's just put in the chat here, and was it Lampard could end up with a job eventually the way he's going. Mate.
Well, you know, Dad, you know how I feel about Lampard. I would have have had him as manager back in October when Lopetegui was on the verge of the sack.
Club.
Yeah, that's why you're wrong, Ginge. You're not wrong about a lot of stuff, Ginge, but you're wrong about that.
In terms of like redemption, like what a redemption story that would be. Like Lampard would come in and then he'd get us playing football, and he's a fan though, isn't he? Like he's not.
He's not a fan. He's old man.
Rubbish Joe Cole, right? Joe Cole used to come back in the Chelsea dressing room and he'd be looking for the West Ham score, and if they lost, rub it in his face, laugh in his face.
Frank Lampard was always the villain. Like Joe Cole, when he came back, he was very respectful to the fans. But Lampard played to the crowd, sneered.
The crowd forced him though.
Had that little smirky smile and all that. You know what I mean? Like, put yourself in the limelight all the time. No, I don't want to be near him.
Yeah, but bear in mind he was on the hate mob because he was the nephew of the manager at the time, and everyone remembers that. What was it, the City Limits interview, where people saying Matty Holland should be in front of him?
I don't think it was Matty Holland. It was someone.
It was Matt Holland. Matt Holland was the youngster, and we sold him to somewhere. I think it was. I can't remember where. We sent him to Ipswich or sent him to Charlton. Yeah, and Redknapp was bang on the money, wasn't he? Like, with Lampard, and people digging out a 17-year-old. Like,
I'm talking about when Redknapp went with Lampard. This is allegedly, right?
That's because they wanted the dough of the transfer.
Allegedly, right? And it went on the newsstand at Upton Park, the Ferdinand stand, right? He decided, they got rid of me dad, I'm off. Well, what's all that about? His dad left. No one got rid of him. He walked with Redknapp. But Lampard, I don't play no more. What's all that about? That's the bit. It's not the fact that he's gone to Chelsea. I don't give a monkey went to Chelsea. I don't care. But the fact is the way he done it. He can't be doing that. And he can't expect them to say, it's that this, take him back. He's all right and be our manager. No, arseholes here.
I went Chelsea away when we was in the Championship. We got Chelsea in the Cup.
We was there as well. We was in the Chelsea end.
Lampard got the penalty right in front of the West Ham end, going absolutely crazy, and he was there, big delay, kissing his shirt, kissing the badge, and then missed the penalty. I think Rob Green probably goal at the time.
No, Jimmy Walker saved it.
Jimmy Walker,
yeah. Jimmy Walker, yeah, we was there, weren't we?
Yeah, was it Kesman? Kesman scored the goal. He had scored for like 18 games or something, signing from PSV.
Anton Ferdinand score as well. I think
it was 1-0.
1-0, I think.
No, that was the first game against the Premier League side when we was in the Championship, wasn't it? That was that season. But yeah, I don't know. I just want West Ham men, or football-minded people at the club that are going to drive this club forward. And like, if we have to have, in my opinion, if Lampard was one of those people that could do that, I'd be open to it. But like, there was talk about us getting Michael Carrick at one point when he got sacked at Middlesbrough. And we didn't take up the opportunity of getting him in because obviously where he's gone to Middlesbrough and he's been tainted because he didn't really do much at Middlesbrough. He's gone to Man United. He's just qualified Champions League football with them.
But who's he got? He hadn't
no one.
No, that's what I'm saying. So he's only worked with them players, hasn't he? So
exactly.
He had the tools there.
That's the best manager you can have.
He wouldn't have the tools at West Ham.
Yeah, but Man United have been there as well. They've done this with Solskjaer.
But when he was at Middlesbrough, we had to buy the tools. At Man United, he already had them. If he had to go through the summer and buy his players, he probably wouldn't be as good.
The thing is, what the problem was that Amarim, who could have been a West Ham manager at one point, he phased out a lot of good, or the DNA of what Man United's about. Like Kobe Mainoo didn't get a sniff; he was on the verge of leaving in January. Amarim goes, and then Michael Carrick comes in, and Kobe Mainoo has been the star player and signed a new deal on the verge of England squad in the summer.
Through the youth system as well, when he's local.
Yeah,
didn't he? For that reason, didn't he?
Yeah, and like you can also argue that our academy in the right hands could actually get what we're about. Once again, like Nuno, he hasn't really used our youth academy. Freddie Potts is 22. Like he's had 2 or 3 seasons down in the Championship and lower league level, and I think it's probably a bit too late for Potts. If I'm honest, it'd be good if we go down in the Championship, but
I don't think you could gamble on the youth at the moment. You've put
not now, but you could.
Like if he's there in the summer and he's going to work all summer, if he stays, that's another debate that's going to happen, isn't it? If he stays, he's probably the perfect bloke to bring us up because he's got that experience of winning them and bringing us up, doesn't he?
Nuno, he's only had 1 season Championship, Dad.
Yeah, but he got him up, didn't he, Wolves?
Yeah, but again, he ain't going to get the plethora of funds like he did at Wolves, is he?
Yeah, but he's got the tools there already, hasn't he?
But the tools be sold in the summer.
Well, this is the thing. This is and then does he then have the youth playing?
But then why would he stay? Because he's got
to stay.
Because he's got an option in his contract to leave.
Well, then if he leaves, he leaves.
That's it. That's what I mean. So it's like, well, it's not the right. I don't think it's the right person. He's done a good job. We said this last week, but I just, again, like Saturday, it just completely ruined the faith for me for him. I hope we stay up, and I hope we get rid of him in the summer.
Well,
but along with the board and the hierarchy, I just want complete change. But you do that, it's a long rebuild process. It's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah.
Going on to the Arsenal game then. Before we get on to what we think is going to happen in the game or what our predictions are, Club London have promoted the fact that as a special fan, you can go to Bread Street Kitchen. Mark, you might like this one. So, as a Club London member, you will be able to pay good money to watch football legend at Bread Street Kitchen for the West Ham Arsenal game. Ray Parler at a West Ham event. Now, get your head around that.
As I said, I thought I've seen this come up a few times, and I thought it was an AI generated.
I did.
Because if you look at even, I was listening to Emma's chat earlier on, and Gordon Ramsay's even spelt wrong. So I thought somebody's has done that on purpose, so and it's real. They're paying an Arsenal legend because he is an Arsenal legend. He might be a West Ham fan.
Yeah, he's definitely a West Ham fan.
But be fair, out of Arsenal and West Ham, who's he want to win? He's going to be Arsenal.
Yeah, he's an Arsenal fan. I know people that know him. He's an Arsenal fan. He likes West Ham.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone around the corner, and as I say, he went to the same school at Rush Green as me and used to. Exactly the same junior school.
Deliver papers to his old man house.
Yeah, well, there you go. But it doesn't mean that we should be paying an Arsenal legend at a West Ham corporate event. What's next? When we next ever get to play at the Emirates, we put Paladin Canary in there, shall we? Talk about West Ham. They ain't going to have that, are they?
No.
If say they got someone, an Arsenal player that played for Arsenal and West Ham, sort of get it a little bit.
Like a Nigel Winterburn.
Yeah. Well, practically. Ian Wright.
There's a lot of West Ham Arsenal players, to be fair.
Ljungberg.
There's a lot of choice.
Let's get Freddie Ljungberg night out.
Yeah.
Even he beat us as a manager as well.
Matthew Upson, someone like that, It's just people like that, But for someone who's never played for West Ham, And because they said, "Oh yeah, I like West Ham. I was born near West Ham. My dad was a West Ham fan." And what? It don't make you one.
I'll tell you what, if there's a Real Madrid event going, I'm a Real Madrid fan, so
I'm a Barca fan. So how's that?
you could put
I'm
me.
Madrid as well.
The claret and blue, Barca, aren't they? Got to be claret and blue. Got to be
So
Barca.
Burnley, I don't like Burnley.
I'm talking about different countries, Mark. Don't twist it.
I like Fiorentina, but they ain't claret and blue, so but almost purple. But so that's what's going on at the minute, is that the Bread Street kitchen, and again, it's the sad thing is, and that's another downside to not owning the London Stadium and the surrounding parts of it, because there's shops and outlets and restaurants that are able to host events to target the larger fan base of bigger clubs, to go and then go, oh well, I would just go and watch West Ham as well. So they'll also be in the home end as well. And
is that the Arsenal game that part of that? Is it the Arsenal?
Yeah, on Sunday.
Because obviously you got, I think it's Direct Sports at Westfield as well. They've got the massive photo of Declan Rice there, in his Arsenal top and everything as well.
Yeah,
nowhere else you get that. You wouldn't go to Liverpool and they got all the Arsenal stuff, or Man City sponsored by whoever their sponsor advertised there, would they?
I must admit, in the Liverpool shopping precinct, it's called Liverpool One, isn't it? And Everton Football Club have got a club shop in there, and they called it Everton 2. So in the address it says Liverpool 1, Everton 2. I think I love that.
pettiness at the best.
Yeah, but at Westfields, I walk past if it's the JD shop, and you've got the big Adidas signs, haven't you? Because it's a big part of it, and they've got Liverpool kits, they've got the Arsenal kits and stuff all on full on display. And like I say, it does rub salt in the wounds. Like, you think never happen around Upton Park.
No, take it off match days. It's just match days when you're there. Just
because it's open up for abuse, isn't it? Like, it really is. But yeah, so if you want to go and spend £499 to go and watch Ray Parlour at the Bread Street kitchen,
with your complimentary drink, is that?
With your comp drink, with your complimentary drink. If you pint of Jubal, that costs you £9.80.
It's already a bargain.
Nothing.
Get your free program as well.
Well, how much is your ticket then?
It's £499.
How much is that match day ticket for the Arsenal game? How much is it? Is it £100, something like that? Is it about £700 mark for that one game? If you use category A game, probably is. So it's costing you £399 for a bit of grub,
and you get to meet
as well,
and a program,
and you get to meet West Ham fan legend Ray Parlour.
Oh, I can't wait.
Support the other team.
I should see him in the SO garage at Rush Green. I don't need to pay £400 for it.
Holding Tony Adams up.
Eh?
Holding Tony Adams up at the Rush Club. But what's your predictions then? Obviously, it's going to be quite a tough day. Personally, the emotions are going to be running wild. And for me, I think it has to. We've got to go all out for it. We have to go all out, and we have to try and get this win under wraps. We have to do everything we possibly can. Yeah,
it's a double, because for us, we can cock up Arsenal on one side, which is the backburn a bit, and then the plus side for us, it keeps us up and puts Tottenham back in front of it. So I reckon 4-0 West Ham.
Listen, my head says a draw. I think that's the best you're going to get out of it, the way we're playing at the minute. But my heart says I want West Ham to win, obviously, but I really can't.
Yeah,
I can't see us getting a result. If we got a result, we'd make that Brentford game go away, wouldn't it? Because you would have took winning at Brentford and losing at Arsenal, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
that's what you would have took that. But
yeah,
if it flipped over another way, you still take it. But I just can't see it. I really can't see it. And then you got
the thing is, I've been asked to go on a couple of Arsenal channels to give the West Ham opinion over it, of the Grove podcast and Boring AFTV, which is Rob's channel. And I'm reluctant to go on there because my head says differently to what my heart wants. And I want us to win. We need us to win. And for me to actually say, I think we're going to lose 2-0, I can't bring myself round to say that. So Yeah,
Like,
like I can't give my honest opinion on what I think the game's going to be because I want the results so much.
yeah, well,
So
we all want the
it's-
result so much, but you've got to be a realist. And a realist is
I'm not going to admit to it because
no, you're in
get
denial.
throwed.
You're in denial then, aren't
Not
you?
in
Like,
denial, not in denial, because
you've got
what
to
I
accept
want, so
the worst.
what I want comes across more than what I think.
You've got to accept the worst where we got this Arsenal game, and anything we get's a bonus because we mucked up last Saturday. That's what we've done. We've mucked up Saturday. We should still be 2 points ahead of Spurs, and we're not. And it's our own doing. And it wasn't the first half performance, although we hit the bar, the post, and goal disallowed. It wasn't that. It was the second half performance, and then we've done it too many times this year. That second half, I couldn't see us scoring. They've been all day. You couldn't see them scoring.
Yeah,
That's all right. Tell us somebody at the bar, admittedly. But apart from that, we was 3 minutes out by then.
we could not have done any more. I mean, like possession wise, we had more possession, we had more passes, we had
I'd
equal
rather-
shots, less on target. We had a goal that was given because the bloke should have been sent off. We hit the post twice, inside of the post. We hit the bar, which they fell up to Pablo being tackled in the box to not be given a penalty, and Souček dragged down to not be given a penalty as well. We couldn't have asked for any more. If we got the rub of the salt with the refereeing decisions, it'll be a completely different result.
I mean, you can't blame it on one game. You're there because of how your
I know.
season's gone.
Yeah,
You know, it's a bad day. It was a bad weekend all round.
But the first half, Mark, the first half I quite enjoyed because we showed a bit of something about us. And I thought we're going to have a go. I had a goal behind. I thought and when Mavropanos scored, I thought, we're banging this. You know what I mean now? And then that second half, it was just flat. And you can't do that. You can't go into games like that, especially how it is now, and just be flat like that. You just,
Yeah, they've never down tools, but it's a hard second half when you're 2-0 down, and they felt probably a few things went against them, and they know what it means to not get enough out of that game. It's tough, but we've seen better teams than this team who have down tools towards the end of the season. They've given up too many games. They did it the season we did the Great Escape. They down tools. I remember going to Bolton away. We lost 4-0. Bolton was struggling with us at the time. We got ripped apart, a bit like we did with Wolves around Christmas time this time. You can't do it. They're the games that kill you. Wolves hadn't won a game all season. The only game they won all season was against us in the Cup.
Yeah.
That period, yes, the season building up to that point was bad, but that's the point that killed us. That 5-game period, Forest, Fulham, Brighton, Wolves. 1 point I think we got for them 5 games. That's the league doesn't lie. Where you end up, all the fast stuff, it all swings and roundabouts again still. You go down because you were the one of the 3 teams to be the worst in the league, and that's it.
Take all you said about this possession and all that because you love your stats. I will take 10% possession Saturday and win. Sunday and win.
Yeah. I was as well.
The Great Escape.
I'm not worried about all this possession.
Away.
It is 1 goal more than the rest of them. That's all we need for 3 games. We've got 3 cup finals. You know, so my heart says I want West Ham to win. My head says I can't see it. I just can't see it. I think we shot our bolt last week.
We've already played 6 or 7 cup finals in the last 6 or 7 games. It's difficult when every game's a cup final. We should realistically, if you was a neutral, you can't see Arsenal not winning 2-0, 3-0.
That's exactly
with your West Ham head on. You're thinking you hold out, you get to 75. You decide the draw's probably not good enough. We push on. Declan Rice scores an own goal in about the 92nd minute. We win 1-0.
Hero.
I'll clap him
All
off.
is forgiven.
The barking Baz Multi starts.
I'll clap him off.
Yeah.
Barking Baz Multi starts again. Yeah.
Okay,
so
what do you reckon the score will be then? Put your predictions on.
1-1.
Well, yeah, I went 1-1 as well.
Okay.
But I want 2-1.
What about 13-1 for the goal difference?
I can't make a decision with my head. I've got to go in my heart. I think we'll win 1-0. Because I have to.
Clean sheet as well.
A clean sheet, yeah. And I think what with Man City dropping points against Everton, and then it almost gives Arsenal that false sense of security, like, oh yeah, the title's ours, and then it like, yeah, but we still have to beat West Ham, sort of thing. I think it could work the other way. I was talking to a couple of the Arsenal guys earlier today, and I said to them, when was the last time you lost to a bottom six club? And they went, well, I said, what about this season? They go, no, we drew with Wolves and drew with Forest. I went, okay. So what about the season before that? I went, no, I can't remember losing to a bottom six club. That season before that, no, I can't remember. I went, well, something's got to change, hasn't it? And I think if anyone's going to do it, why not us? So that's the hope that I've got in me, that I think, well, they haven't lost to a bottom six club in 3 seasons.
But
Now's the time.
I've seen West Ham over the season, scupper Man United, scupper Liverpool, Arsenal, with Tottenham. We've done it to all of them.
Stop Man United win the league.
Exactly, Man United.
Yeah.
We've done all that. You know, I think Ferguson called us obscene one game. He said, "You're obscene. You've played like that." You know what I mean?
What? Because we played with integrity and being competitive when it didn't mean nothing to us.
It was too late though.
That Aston Villa failed to do at the weekend.
That's Aston Villa. That's nothing to do with us. We can't.
I know. I'm just saying. Ferguson had the issue with West Ham having integrity, but then when Aston Villa don't have integrity, they don't get the stick the other way.
It's Forest earlier on.
That's what I mean. They rotated, but they played the competitive. Villa didn't show up then. Sorry, I'll go back on it.
You sound like you're over it, at least.
I don't think I'll be over it.
Listen, I will never forgive Aston Villa for a League Cup final. Right,
Manny fucking lose.
Manny on the end. I can't even say his name right. I read that played him as he come on as a sub about 30 seconds, and the city sod had already played.
That's fault, though, isn't it? Really?
And that bleeding Aston Villa got us kicked out of the cup competition, or got replayed and we got done.
Yeah, replay, yeah. He didn't even take a penalty.
We didn't have to bring him on. He brought him on. We were winning. That 30 seconds to go.
Was that a night when the lights went out as well? Up to Park?
I can't remember that.
No, I think that was Crystal Palace game. That was.
I can't remember.
Crystal Palace game. That was when we were. I think we were losing something like 3-2, and the lights went out, and then we ended up winning it or something. Or was it sort of 2-1 down? Because I remember Crystal Palace had that yellow and blue Adidas kit with the red piping on it. But I don't know why I know that.
Talking of kits, what was that kit all about on Saturday? How is that? That is so un-West Ham, isn't it?
What, the Navy kit? We've not won in that kit all season, you know that.
I quite like that Navy kit. That's the old Paddock County Old Trafford kit.
But again, it's all dark blue.
It's a Thames Ironworks kit, isn't it? That's yellow shorts,
claret and blue home shirts with either white and sky blue or sky blue and hoops, and that is it. None of this
or white and orange
rubbish.
It's an iconic kit, though, isn't it?
We ain't won a cup in claret and blue for 43 years.
I could be dressed all in pink if we won the fucking league. I couldn't give a monkeys.
46 years,
naked. All just look like Borat.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you guys are saying a draw. I'm going to say a 1-0 win. But I think it's let's get back onto this in terms of the challenge that we've set out on Twitter, and that is the Trevor Brookbin challenge.
I'm only one to put one in here, then, or what?
Well, it's only started Friday, Dad. So we've got to give it a go.
Well, I'm seeing you Sunday. We'll have another go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. That's if West Ham are losing at that point.
You have to bring your ball with you, because the last one I bought had a lace in it.
There's medicine ball in it. But yeah, the idea of the game is obviously stick your wheelie bin out in the garden, 12 yards away, a metre away from the fence, so you don't cheat by rebounds. And all you got to do is chip it into the bin. And a perfect example of doing this is let's watch Granddad's Our Job. Give it a good go.
There's 6 people in the garden, so 3 boys, 3 girls. That's right. I'm yearning my cat school.
the plants.
6, 7.
That's it.
Meet starts. I'm recording.
Yeah, that's it.
Done
There
up
we
purpose,
go.
yeah? You stopped it when it went in.
No, I didn't. I didn't stop it. It stops after 50
So,
seconds.
I've got to say, in my defence, right, a few of them were very close. That angle that Christopher took, it made it look worse.
Is the last one green screen and there's a guy behind putting the ball in the bin?
That's Ronaldinho.
Oh, that should I? I'm not that technical, mate. Not have I?
That's Tim Lovejoy. Yeah, when he done that at Soccer AM, taking the mick out of the Nike advert Ronaldinho done. Hitting the ball on the bar and stuff and bouncing back. I have to say though, Dad, good effort, but I have to question whether that was actually 12 yards or not.
Well, unless you want me to go next door's garden.
Yeah, I do. We'll do it at an angle.
Well,
You
when
ain't
you
got
come
12, you ain't got
Sunday,
12
the
yards vertical.
outside.
How short's that garden?
What?
How short's that garden? You ain't got 12 yards that way.
So it was 6. It's about 8 metres by 8 metres. Not that big, really.
Oh, so you fouled the task. You've done all that and you
I
fouled
got a little ball and all.
it. Little ball and all. I don't talk about your personal problems. I'm talking about the Trevor Brookbin challenge.
Your medical issues.
Little ball. Alan ball. But yeah, we're asking all the viewers and stuff out there to literally give this a go, record yourself doing it, and tweet me or send it to me via our Twitter account, Dad's Our Job TV on X, not Twitter, on X. Send it if it's good enough. Well, we'll put it on there anyway, and we want to see the best one that goes with that. You don't have to do it in 8 attempts. I mean, it'd be good if you did do it in one shot, but yeah, just send us your attempts in, and we'll play it, and we'll give you the credits you deserve.
Not just the ones that go in the older. You got to see them from start to finish, because otherwise, your people go, oh, one shot and it's in. You make me look a right pudding.
It's a long video if you're going to show every effort. I don't know.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Like you could say, oh, number 10 or whatever it is, or whatever you're on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
First try. I'm telling you already, it's going to be first try.
Could be cheap.
Okay, right. We'll finish up then with a quick quiz. So, right, do you want questions, or do you want a who am I?
Questions, I reckon.
Yeah, whatever.
Questions, yeah. Right. Okay. Left or right? Who wants to go first? You two decide who goes first.
Well, I'm left-footed, so I'll go left.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, right. Right. This one. That's left. My left. Okay.
Mm.
Right. So, Dad. Hold on. Let's do this properly. Who became the world's most expensive player when transferred from Fiorentina to Juventus for £7.7 million in 1990?
Viali.
Incorrect. Mark, do you want to steal it?
No, I bloody don't. Where'd he go from?
Fiorentina to Juventus in
Fiorentina
1990.
to Juventus. Oh, I know it is as well. I can't even picture him. I see all the Fiorentina fans with his name on his back when we played them.
Oh,
You got it now, Tone, have you?
I think so. I might not have.
I can't think of his name. I can't think. Go on, Ginge.
Roberto Baggio.
Baggio.
Ponytail.
Okay, Dad. Joe Mercer managed Man City in the Championship in which season? Joe Mercer managed Man City to the Championship in which season? Championship meaning they won the league.
Well, they won a championship or they won League One?
But this is Question of Sport from, I can't remember what. It's got Peter Beardsley on the front. That just shows how old this ball game is.
Blimey. A poor choice that is, isn't it? Blimey. They want to sell the game or what? 69.
Oh, you're so close. Mark, you have a guess?
Is it really close, or you wind him up?
Oh, cheers.
Like, oh, it's really close. Yeah, it was 2002. 71.
67-68 season.
Oh.
Okay. Who scored twice as Tottenham beat Atletico Madrid to lift the European Cup Winners' Cup in 1963?
Whose questions is?
Yours, Dad.
Blimey.
You'd have been about 40 at the time. Must know.
Let's go with Jimmy Greaves.
Oh, what a guess that is. Jimmy Greaves it is. And your final question, which Somerset giant killers were said to have trained on glucose, eggs and sherry before beating Sunderland in the 1949 FA Cup?
Yeovil.
Correct.
Yeah. Fix.
Right, Mark. Question 1. Which East London club play in claret and blue?
Burn.
Get out of it.
I'm joking.
I'm having that. About fixed. Bloody.
All right, first question. By what margin did Man City beat Newcastle in the 1976 League Cup final?
4-0.
2 oh,
2-0?
no. 2-1.
Yeah, you almost give it, yeah.
2-1. 2-1. Okay, what year did Match of the Day present the first English football match to be screened in colour?
Colour. So like 69?
Oh, that is a great guess. 1969.
Right.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Okay.
like the moon landings around about that time, right?
That was 60. What was that? 64, 65?
No,
Moon landing.
Yeah, I think it's 69, right?
Oh, was it?
It's just some people can watch it in colour, I think that's why it rang a bell.
Okay. Which was the last club that George Best played for in 1983?
I don't even know I didn't even know he left Man United. Was it English club or did he go back to Ireland or something?
English club.
English club as well. Nah, Man United.
No. Dad for the steal to win the game.
Do you know what? I know this.
Of course you do. Fix.
Not Fulham, is it?
No, it's not for them. Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Okay. Mark, to take this to a tiebreaker, which legendary custodian of the Man City goal was a prisoner of war?
Somerville.
No. Dad?
Blimey. Prisoner of war. Jesus Christ. Joe Corrigan.
No. Bert Troutman.
Oh,
Got it near that.
didn't he?
Yeah,
Oh,
someone's
he's
there. Someone said it. Michael Brown. Shout out to you, mate. That is a great
He's
shout.
Googling.
I think it has to come off his phone to Google that, I think, and come back on. That quick to do that. But yeah,
Get
Bert
some
Troutman.
questions from like the previous 50 years next time.
I'll just find the latest question of sport game. But yeah, found this boot sale.
How much pay for that?
£2.
They had you off, mate.
They
Saw you coming.
did see me coming. What the same boot sale I got that program at Billy Bonds' debut.
I did a boot sale once with my dad and selling all our gear, and geezer bought the shirt off my back at West Ham top.
Blimey.
I was about 14 years old, and he said, "I want that shirt." And my old man was like, "How much for it?" Probably said about tenner at the time. My old man went, "Take that fucking shirt off, give me that shirt."
What shirt was it then?
Was it just a home shirt? I can't remember.
That was a West Ham
Yeah.
shirt. Then?
Yeah, it would have been like 99, 2000, something like that.
It was a Don A Sports one from Sports Direct.
Luckily, we were selling some other clothes, so I had to take my West Ham top off, sell it to the geezer, and then just put on an old crappy top that we were going to sell. Wear that for the rest of the day.
I bet that hurt wearing your sister's Barbie top all day, wasn't it?
Yeah. It worked the first time, so it was all right. Fit me nice.
Right, okay, chaps. I think that concludes another episode of Dad's Our Job. But yeah, thanks for joining. Much appreciated. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We've almost hit 300 subscribers, so that's pretty good, I think. But yeah, same again next week, 8:30 every Tuesday. And there's only one thing left to say.
Come on, you irons.
Come on, you irons.
Come
on.
That's our job, that's our job, that's our job, that's our job, that's our job.